It was January of 1996 when over 5,000 people packed the house to see Brad Delp of Boston and Javy Lopez of the Atlanta Braves in Dothan, Alabama.
We want to thank you for being here, and kind of looks like Shea Stadium, doesn't it, Javy? But we're glad you're here. This is my friend Brad Delp, the lead singer of Boston, and of course the coach. He'll never retire, and Javy Lopez, who's come down to be with us tonight. You know, what do you give Javy Lopez that he doesn't have, right, Brad Delp?
Good question. I think you just answered it.
Read that, what it says to my man Javy.
To Javy, good luck with the music lessons. Best always, don't look back.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right.
Okay, it says to Brad, thank for everything. Your friend Javy Lopez, the world champ.
All right. Turn it around.
1995.
Ball players always get all the credit, Coach. Ball players always get all the credit. This is Miss Javy Lopez. Here, let's make her laugh. Shut up, Coach. How's everybody thinks? And you weren't worried about what everybody thinks. You just were yourself. See how you were rewarded for being real tonight? You know what? I want Mr. Brad Delp to sign a baseball. Let's throw another baseball over here to Susan, please. Sure. Brad, don't we need more real people like this young lady who's very true with her feelings? Let's get another baseball over here.
I think we need more real people like the Meck, too.
Thanks, buddy.
You're very gracious, man.
Thank you. Let's sign another ball here to Susan.
How are you? This is a little belated Christmas present to Javy, and this is kind of payback for how nice you were to us when we were in Atlanta. So something to remember the band by. And I hope it fits. It's the largest size they make. If you ever come up to Boston, you'll need that, too. It's cold.
What do you think about this so far? With all these people?
I'm just amazed. I've been here since when we get in on Saturday night. Went to church with you on Sunday. Met some wonderful people from Dothan.
Tell us how you met Javy Lopez. And
well, I met Javy Lopez because you were kind enough to get us into the Braves game when Boston was playing in town, and of course brought Javy in to see us play. And you were nice enough to take us down on the field and get to meet all the players, and we do appreciate it.
Isn't it amazing, though, Javy gave you jerseys and bats? Isn't it amazing the people that have succeeded the most always have the most talented
Just
people?
the most generous people. They really are.
Thank you for taking the time to come, buddy.
Thanks for having me, pal. Well, actually have a Beatle band back home I was telling Meck about that we do just for fun, because those are my heroes growing up, musical heroes. So we play music one way or another, most of the time.
Brad tells me he had a chance to play with Ringo Starr. You know, I knew who that was. A lot of people didn't know who that was. That was probably a great thrill for you.
That was one of the biggest thrills for me, because that was the only one that I've ever met up to this point, and to get to actually play with him is just amazing.
You've never been to Dothan, Alabama before, have you?
Well, you know, actually I think I was a number of years ago, just passing through, as musicians have a tendency to do. But I feel very fortunate to get to spend a few days here with y'all, and I certainly appreciate your southern hospitality.
How do you feel that you have this platform of music to be a positive influence on people? That means a lot to you, doesn't it?
I'm always happy to be able to do something like this. I just feel so fortunate. I sort of feel like I was in the right place at the right time with that, with that record, and it's a tough business. There's a lot of luck involved. So anything that I can give back, I'm more than happy to do so.
He was playing 1,000-seat halls, and then he went from there to Madison Square Garden overnight.
That's right. That's right. I just want to thank everyone for being so kind to me over the last few days that I've been here. You all are just wonderful. I appreciate it. Thank you.